Hello, good afternoon once again, everyone. It's a new week. Welcome to week 4. Good afternoon. Please, if you can hear me clear and loud, please type in the live chat. Please just drop a message in the live chat if you can hear me clear and loud. Okay, thank you, thank you. All right, so this week we are going to be learning about understanding Figma and its design tools. Last week we looked into understanding UI design and its principles, and I want to be sure that you know we now understand or get like a little understanding of UI and also the design principles, right? So, um, like I've always said, um, you know, as people, we have different way we learn, right? One week might not be enough for most of us to understand or understand some of the subtopic, right? If you feel okay, you need to extend, you need to retake, rewatch all those materials, right? You can do so. You understand? And even at the end of this whole cohort, you can always go back to say, okay, there's a particular subtopic that I need to brush myself, up with. You can always do so. All right. So this week, we are looking at understanding Figma and its design tool, and always we have 3 point agenda. I'm going to talk about this week activity. I'm going to share the resources in the Slack channel, talk about that also. And the last one is, for question and answer. And so, about this week activity, just like I've said earlier, is understanding Figma and its design too. So, starting from this week, we are going to be um, using Figma, but we're not going to be using Figma, to design, right? We're not going to Figma to say, oh, okay, we want to design interfaces and all of that. No, we are going to start using Figma to learn, the first thing we are doing on Figma now is to learn the tool. Before you can even start to use the tool, you need to learn, okay, what is move, this move tool for? Okay, what is the pen tool for? Okay, what is frame? If I want to draw a shape, what tool can I use? If I want to draw a line, what tool? If I want to marks up an item, an object, what tool should I use, right? So you need to familiarize yourself, you know with the tools in Figma and also Figma itself. Then if you now get to understand how Figma works and also how to use the tool in Figma, then it's going to be easier for you to now start to design. So this week, that's what we're going to do this week, familiarize ourselves with understanding Figma and the tools inside of Figma. So starting this week, like I said, I'm going to be sharing resources that has to do with this, that would give us a deeper understanding of Figma, and also what I also want us to do, and I think some of us have been doing, is you need to put all this thing in practice, right? You don't just read, you don't just watch videos and let it end that way. No, you need to also put them in practice. Now you're learning Figma, you need to also download Figma, access it on your browser, or you download it on your PC, and also go, like, all those tools. When you read about them, also use it, right? Try to play around with it so that you can get familiarized with it, so you know that, okay, oh, this is how I can use the move to, oh, this is how I can use the section to, oh, that's how to learn, by trying, by doing. That's how to learn better. So you know like I said, we're now starting to use Figma, and I think the next one is understanding typography. Also, as part of the practical with that, you also need to start to use Figma, because you need to start to practice how to work around creating a typography and all of those things. So yeah, so I think started using Figma, but not to design a full-fledged UI is to understand the foundation, all of the basics, right? And okay, so the resources, I'm going to be sharing them on the Slack channel, after our meeting. um yes, I'm going to share, I have three aspects, which is book, articles, and video, and YouTube video, right? So for this particular week resources, we are going to be looking at YouTube videos and also, articles. Then, you know we have, question and answer section. So, for our meetings, it's not going to be lengthy. It's not going to be, very, very long, right? And the reason is because it's just, to talk about what we're going to do, and all of those things, right? As against the first meeting where, I need to address everyone of what we are doing in the cohort and all of those things. So, later on, we'll be inviting, experienced senior designers to come and just, talk to us as talk to us as a whole, right? Just to, um, inspire us, you know, and tell us how we can ride on our career, what to do and how to progress, as bonding product designers. All right, so yeah, this is the question and section, Q&A section. I mean, if you have any question as regard, the previous week, um, you know, if you you have any question as regard, your learning journey, where you are, how you think, you know, we can make this whole section, this whole quad better. Any question you want me to answer, just drop it in the live chat, and I'm going to attend to everything. Right, I'm going to attend to everything. And also, I'm thinking of maybe one of this section, right? We can just do like a practical thing, right? I'm going to look at that and see, how that is going to play around. But for now, right, these resources are enough for us to get started and keep going. All right. So, any questions? Any answer? Any questions? So I can provide answer to them. And also, if there are no questions per se, right? I want everyone of us on this call to just drop, where they are at the moment. How has your learning journey been so far, right? Um, are you actually learning? Are you putting in time? What are the challenges you're facing? And just give me like a little overview, like a little breakdown of where you are at the moment. So I'm waiting. Okay, I guess you guys are typing, right? So um, yeah, I'm waiting. I'm waiting to read what you guys are about to send. Okay, Jola said, learning has been okay. I'm currently learning about user research, user flow, and IA, which is information architecture. All right, thank you for that update, Jola. And I hope it's been fun so far. I know learning can be so challenging, right? It can be so challenging, but one thing we all need to know, or the mindset we all need to have, is that no matter how challenging it can be, we just need to get it done. We just need to make it happen because we've set our mind to do it, right? So yeah, And yeah, so thank you for the update, Jola, once again. All right, Adebi, are you still here? I want to hear from you also. And the truth, I also want to hear from you because we're just three people in this call. Yeah. Okay, I'm waiting for others. I'm waiting. Okay, Adebi said learning has been okay. Currently understanding the principles of UI. All right. So okay. So I even want to ask a question, right? As regard the principles of UI, the principles of UI design, right? So um looking at those principles, can you you know like looking at those principles and getting to learn about them, how of value do you see them, right? Like how of value do you see those things? And looking at all of those principles, do you think they are going to like shape your journey or shape the way you think when you are designing UI? Like I want you guys to just drop your take on that in the chat, because like I said, we need to understand all of this foundation, all of these basics, right? It's going to shape how we work, because now like I said, you see some people when they start to learn, first thing they do is to just go to Figma and they start to draw shape, they start to pop colors and all those things, and they don't know the reason why they do all those things. They are just doing it because, oh, they see someone that is experienced doing it, and they feel, okay, oh, it's right to do this. Oh, they don't know how it all came about. Right? They don't know the principle. They don't know, okay, why is this text so big and this other text is so small? Like some people just feel, oh, that's the way it should be. Now, because you on this call now, you've read the principles, right, of design. You know that the reason why the text is so big, and the other text is small, is because of emphasis. Like you're trying to lay emphasis on the big one, you want user to read that first before the other one. Now, someone that does not know all this principle also would look at the color and be like, oh, why is this color sharp and the second one very dull? Now you that have read about this principle know that, okay, that's what we call contrast. You are trying to use that to also place emphasis. All these things, when you understand these principles when designing UI, is going to be easy, right? So that's why I always tell us that don't put your mind to designing in Figma. You are eventually going to do that, right? Don't just rush to that, you know, to that part. It's something you are going to use all the rest of your career to do, right? The most important thing is to just understand and learn, the basics. Okay, thank you, Adibi. You said yes. The message delivery is slow. Oh, okay. I apologize for that. I think it's because of the it could be network issues. I apologize for that. The truth said, currently learning everything on UI principles and relearning. Thank you so much. I like that, and that's one of my my best way of learning. Right? Sometimes, or most times, I unlearn to relearn. Right? So that I can have better understanding of some certain things, and that's great. Alibi said they are very essential. It can determine good user experience or not. Yes, you're right. Yes, yes, yes. All right. I appreciate the fact that you guys can actually see the need for taking things slow and steady. Like taking time to understand the foundation, the basics, before even thinking of you know the finished work. Get into Figma and start to pop colors and push pixels and all of those things, right? Yeah. Okay. 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 All right. So in the case of no question, right? I think we just need to wrap this up and call it a day. So, like I said earlier, I'm going to send the resources in the Slack channel. You know, after this section is over, right? So, I guess there are no more questions. For me. So, I want you guys to keep the energy alive. I want us to stay motivated, keep learning, keep being hungry for knowledge, right? And I want everyone to enjoy the rest of their day, enjoy their weekend, and have a fantastic and productive week ahead. Until next time, have fun and stay fab.